Shalom to the elect of the nation of Israel. First and foremost, we want to give our praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Rakah Kodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders, a great millstone who rule well, labor in this word and doctrine. Alright, so just going through some scriptures, just some scriptures we had in our heart and whatnot, things we just we got a little bit written down, I believe. And we're just gonna go through, just flowing through the spirit by certain things that will, like we start having a conversation on the walk and just that we bring it out, man.
That's right. Book of Ezekiel chapter 9, verse 4.
Yep.
And the Lord Yahweh, Bahasham Yahweh Shai, said unto him, Go through the midst of the city, through the midst of Jerusalem, and set a mark upon the foreheads of the men that sigh and that cry.
That sigh and that cry. Alright, those that are always basically feeling lowly, feeling down, that are emotionally distraught really in some way or another towards the world. But of course, strengthen through the spirit, through this word, Hey, I was just saying again, I was saying this, brother, one of the things when I was growing up, I used to sigh a lot, and I still do sigh a lot, but it was a thing my dad used to notice, I used to always just I sit in the car, I used to be kind of down about certain things, just, so very specific thing as well, but it's neither here nor there. I used to just sit in the car and be like, I used to steam up the car, man. I used to just just sigh and just feel like all this grief and whatnot. And and I was saying as well to the brother, I don't even realize I was doing something unusual. It's for the longest time it was just in my spirit to sigh, but that's how, emotionally just weighed down, man. It was the big burden living, and of course in this truth you start to see fully how much of a burden it is to live in this world. But because we have the truth, we have that strength now. That's what's happening right now. Ezekiel 9:4 again, brother, because you're gonna see, what's gonna, what truly is going to be the profit for walking in this faith and sighing and crying in this world. Sighing and crying for what again? Let's read it.
Ezekiel 9:4.
Yep.
And the Lord said unto him, Go through the midst of the city,
yep,
through the midst of Jerusalem.
Right, and Jerusalem, of course, a people before a place. Go ahead.
And set a mark upon the foreheads of the men that sigh and that cry, for all the abominations that be done in the midst thereof.
Right, because of the abominable things, the disgustingness of this place, the lack of actual justice, right, true law, true righteousness, because of all this filth going around, man. We do have a spirit where we sigh and we cry about it. It's just rough. It's an annoying thing to deal with. Having to wake up and just again and be like, now back in this world, it's like fuck, you gotta clock in for work, whatever you gotta do, go to school, whatever. Even if you're waking up literally just to go and cook something, that's annoying, because things come in your mind. You remember how the food's all defiled in this world. I remember how much you have to pay for that, considering how much it would. You think in your head basically how you get fucking robbed out here basically. The things come in your head when you're in the spirit, when you're in the scriptures, man. You do feel grief still, but there's still underlying strength because we have the wisdom. One of my favorite scriptures, Proverbs 24:5. A wise man is strong, yea, a man of knowledge increaseth strength. Right, that wisdom gives you strength, man. But back to what I was gonna. Ooh, damn, what was I gonna get? Just before that, I was gonna say something, and then I had a scripture. Oh yeah, I got it right here. My bad. It's Ecclesiastes chapter 1, I believe, and it's verse 18. For in much wisdom is much grief, and he that increaseth knowledge increaseth sorrow. Right? The more knowledge you get, the more sorrow you get. You feel sad, man. You feel sad and down that this is the condition that you gotta live in. As time eventually passes by, you have the strength to withstand any of that sort of emotional things going through your mind. But even then, you still have that underlying bit of sorrow, no matter what, because you're still looking at this world. You're still seeing it for what it really is, unlike the rest of the world. But what else do we see? We see the kingdom coming forth, man. So we gotta accept it, because that mark there on those that sigh and cry for the abominations, that angel going out, okay, he's putting, because that Hebrew word is tawah, right? And that is not, again, the reason why I even said Greek is when you say the word mark, you're thinking of going to charagma, but this is actually referring to something within us that's actually exempting us from judgment, right? So mark them, make them have a sign and token within them that they're not going to be going to be judged ultimately, right? Okay, you got a precept?
This is Proverbs chapter 22, verse 3. A prudent man foreseeth the evil and hideth himself.
Right.
but the simple pass on and are punished.
Right, and this is the world we live in, right? The simple people, man. People who are just on a basically it's very over, like they say when you're simple, like it's basically from open-mindedness. You know, you're too open, you're too open-minded kind of thing. You're open-minded to try all types of weird shit, all types of fruitiness, all types of wicked fucking wicked plans and whatnot. Yeah, we're in a very wicked world, man. You know, the more we grow in this truth, we should see that more, and that can make sorrow increase again, because with much wisdom comes grief, but also strengthen us in spirit because of the faith. Right, so it's like as you say. I don't know if they actually use that in the same thing as a two-edged sword. I guess they kind of do. You know, it's one way kind of thing. It hits you this way, it hits you that way. But then this word is a sword, man. Right? The Holy Scriptures is likened unto a sword. You know, Hebrews 4:12, one of the classic scriptures brothers bring out. Ephesians 5, or is it 6? Ephesians 6, I believe. Right? This is like a sword unto you, man. But it's a sword that we can use against the wicked, because ultimately, if the Lord is dealing with us, then we're going to be alright, we're going to be safe. But of course, we're going to be sighing and crying because of the abominations, because of disgusting things around us, man. Alright, you got it in the mic? Oh, you get the name? Get Michael Buck shot.
Okay.
Alright, because it's like, you know, just like I believe I was going into it a little bit. This place right here is supposed to basically make us feel. I don't know if I was going into that really, but I was sort of rephrasing it. And while I was speaking, I was just thinking of either way. The point to make is that this certainly isn't our place to be, you know, at rest. And you know, let's read it. Micah 2:10 literally says it, don't it?
Micah 2:10. Arise ye and depart, for this is not your rest, because it is polluted. It shall surely destroy you, even with a sore destruction.
Right. We're supposed to, you know, depart. You know, spiritually, we have to get out of this place, man. You know.
You know, while we're here,
yeah, go ahead.
so, you know, obviously, you know, you got to get your daily bread, and that, and but you don't want to, you know, get entangled up into the to the endeavors of this world, because it will surely destroy you, as the scripture says.
Yeah, man. With a sore destruction. Right. It destroy you because there's no safety in it. It's only like it's all corruptible stuff. And the way everything is moving, all this stuff is all going to be destroyed. And if you're tied with it, you get destroyed with it, man. You follow along into your own fucking pit, basically, man. Because, well, you know, what do they really have faith in this world anyway? Ultimately, it's going to have to be the system where it's all run. So they're going to all have to take that seat to the ragma, man. Right? And if we're foreseeing the evil, then, you know, we should again, it's Hayat himself, right? Put himself away from them, man. Like if you see, yeah, man, if you see a gunfire happening right there, you ain't trying to stand near it. If a fucking bullet hits you, you're trying to get the fuck out of there. You know what I mean? We're seeing evil when we see things that are going to be for our detriment. So get the fuck out of there. Go ahead.
Book of Psalms, chapter 73, and verse 5. They are not in trouble as other men.
Yep.
Neither are they plagued like other men.
Like going into the wicked, and really, especially he really isn't like this is why he's so prideful. He thinks he can get away with anything. I don't believe in God, me. Don't believe in God. Alright, good. It's gonna be worse for you when you see that the Most High power is real. Alright, very real, very powerful. Alright, very righteous. Going to judge those who deserve to be judged. Like, you're gonna see it, man. They're gonna see it. That's the thing that should be in your heart, man. They're gonna see it. They're going to know for sure what they have done is going to fall upon their head. They're gonna have to face it rigorously too. And these type of stuff give us comfort, man. You see, Ezekiel 9:4 is a thing written aforetime for our learning, for our comfort. In fact, I'll get that real quick. And you can bring that up, brother, after I'm done with this. Romans chapter 15 and verse 4. Excuse me. It says, for whatsoever things were written aforetime for our learning. Okay, for our sorry, I'll read it again. For whatsoever things were written aforetime were written for our learning. Alright? So they were written ahead of time for us to learn it and get prepared for when it's in due time. It says that we through patience and comfort of the scriptures might have hope, and that's a key thing as well. Patience, okay? So patience, long suffering through this, and comfort. So it can be hard to be patient, man. It's hard to be patient when you're around these grimy ass motherfuckers. It's hard to be patient when you constantly see injustice happening, and you're like, and then you think like, oh man, I have to go through this. Like how long left? Like when you're new, especially, it can be like exactly like that. It can't be like that sometimes, man. Like I just can't wait to get out of here. Just man, I wonder how long we got left up in here, man. Like it can be like that, man. But only through the scriptures do you get comfort from all that. You're not gonna get comfort from things of this world. All the people of the world, hey man, your wife, if she's of the world, like a lot of later, so don't get it twisted, man. People, Israelite women who claim to be Israelites, claim to be in this truth, are fucking going off like crazy, But of course, if you brothers of this, in this of the body, Adon Ratazah, you're doing it right, because a lot of that really, we just don't get comfort in this world, man. We just don't. The scriptures give us comfort from this reality of this being so lowly, because it's the only thing that can really build us up. That's the whole point, being edified, right? You're building each other. You're building, you're spiritually building that temple. You're putting building blocks and doing the works. We're men at work here. There's a video Apostle Yamla put up, men at work, right? We're all doing our contribution to building up the temple, man, and building ourselves in strength. All right, not like going out and bodybuilding for the flesh's sake, but spiritually, right? Go ahead.
Yeah, to lay up our treasures in heaven ultimately.
Yeah, that's right.
There's nothing in this world.
Right.
Got a precept in Lamentations. Lamentations chapter 4, verse 17. As for us, our eyes as yet fail for our vain help. In our watching, we have watched for a nation that could not save us.
Yep,
that's right.
A very good one. Very good one. A nation that cannot save us.
Exactly.
Yeah. We don't have hope in them, So I don't know what to ask to the very end, so the Lord can protect us because we had hope in Him, right? But those that don't have hope in the true power, what's their protection, or what are they actually going to lean on? They're going to have to get it, man, because they weren't the ones that were sighing and crying. They weren't the ones that had to get afflicted for truth's sake. They're the ones that had to be wise as serpents on the right hand side and try to avoid these devils. You know what I'm saying? You got a precept in the scriptures, or should I bring this up?
Yeah, you can bring that up.
No worries. It's the book of Psalm, chapter 34, and verse 1. I will bless Yahweh at all times. His praise shall continually be in my mouth. My soul shall make her boast in Yahweh. The humble shall hear thereof and be glad. Right? The humble are going to hear it. Those that are lowly and meek, right, come with a spirit where they don't exalt themselves, but they keep themselves, at base with you, right? So they don't try, puff. How annoying is it to deal with someone who's proud, especially as proud as E? It's fucking very annoying. You don't like to talk to that person. So how much more the Most High when you come in with pride, When He made you, they're puffing up your chest towards Him. You come with humility, He's going to raise you up, man. You're going to say that in Peter? You're going to find that for me? Where I get this?
And also in Proverbs, pride goes before destruction.
Yep, that's right. And it reads, verse 3, "O magnify Yahweh with me, and let us exalt His name together." That's what the hopefully elect are gathered to do, right? To magnify Yahweh Ba'Hashem Yahweh Shai. This is all His will. Right, He's made these people to be of the wicked, right, to rule over us, man. He's made our people wicked to follow after them, man. It's all His will. It's His desire being manifested, and we're the ones who are bringing it out, man. Okay, you found it?
It's in First Peter 5.
Oh, I believe so. I'll get it. It's the book of 1 Peter chapter 5, and I'm going to go to verse 5. Humble yourselves, therefore, under the mighty hand of the Most High, that He may exalt you in due time. Right, in due time, because the real way to be exalted is to be changed, and get the inheritance, be joint heirs with Yahweh Shai. That's the true magnifying of the Lord's people, man. And it's about patience again,
That's right.
It's about patience and being humble towards all the things that come your way. Like, man, because in time of tribulation, really bad things could happen, man, to people around you and things relevant to you. Things like actual bad things could happen unto you. It's not because the Lord isn't going to save you, it's to try you, and to see where your head's at. Right, where's your head at? Where's that? You gotta look at yourself, examine yourself, like the scripture said in 2 Corinthians 13:5. Examine yourselves if you're in the faith, if you're in the belief of what's really going to happen and what is to come. Walk in it, man, it's easy to get distracted. You know, what does distracted mean? Being taken out of your track, your walk. Many distractions in a world, you know, full of fucking distractions. Who's that?
Book of Nahum, chapter 3, verse 5. Behold, I am against thee, saith Yahweh of hosts. I will discover thy skirts upon thy face, and I will show the nation thy nakedness, and the kingdoms thy shame.
Yeah, go to.
Right. You know, and that's talking about Mystery Babylon. You know, USA. Good old USA. Right? You know, for all the wickedness that it's done across the world, and to the children of Israel.
Right. Heavy
You know,
shit, man.
exactly. You know, for butt breaking, alligator bait, you know, slavery, you know, and the list goes on.
Yeah,
You know, to dropping bombs on, you know, countries and overthrowing governments.
This is Psalm 11:5. Yahweh trieth the righteous, but the wicked and him that loveth violence, his soul hateth. Because they love violence. They're fierce people that take joy in creating violence and bringing pain to us, you know, bringing violence into us. And they laugh at it, they mock at it. They think it's all fun and games because they're prideful. They think they can get away with this, and they think they have every right to do such, you know. But really, the Lord has only given them that power for a short time, for judgment to come upon us, you know. We knew in the world we had loads of encounters of shit happening to us, you know, and it was all righteous because we weren't in the truth. We were going off. We were falling out. We trusted these people, but they still, you know, we were getting, you know, hey, Apostle Gabal was saying, even like now we still get our asses kicked. We didn't get our asses kicked back then the same way. Sorry, we don't get it the same way as back then. But right now, we still have a form of ass kicking. You know, we're still in captivity, man. So we have to depart, man. Spiritually depart out of this place. This is not a place of rest. This is a place of work. We're men at work here. Alright, just keep laboring, because when the rest comes, it's going to be worth it, man. It's going to be very worth it. We ain't going to be fucking missing this place. No way. We miss this place for what? For popcorn and apple pie and baseball? Fuck that, man. What you got?
This is Proverbs chapter 11, verse 21. Though hand join in hand, the wicked
There you go.
shall not be unpunished,
Right.
but the seed of the righteous shall be delivered.
There you go. The seed of the righteous to be delivered from all those perils. But hey, man, though all the wicked want to come together and come together and do what? Conspire against us, outnumber us, try stomp us while we're down. They ain't gonna get away with that, man. You ain't getting away with that. Okay? You ain't getting away with any little thing you do. Every nook and cranny of wickedness you do, you're gonna fucking get it, man. You're gonna get some heavy fucking shit come your way when Jacob's trouble comes. Because like Apostle Tahar was saying, Jacob's trouble is also Esau's trouble, because troubles are coming to the world. All right, he's gonna get something. He's gonna get something. I'm gonna go Psalm 34 again, and I'm gonna go to verse 4. I sought Yahweh, and He heard me and delivered me from all my fears. They looked unto Him and were lightened, and their faces were not ashamed. This poor man cried, and Yahweh heard him and saved him out of all his troubles. The angel of Yahweh encampeth round about them that fear Him and delivereth them. Wow, what a beautiful scripture, right? That the angels, they do what? They encampeth round about. Protects you, man, giving you a spiritual hedge for all these fucking brute beasts, all these filthy demons who really do who love violence, again, who want to come against us, man. Who love to commit violence against us. Alright? Where we at? Verse 6. It says, verse 8. Oh, taste and see that Yahweh is good. Blessed is the man that trusteth in Him, right? You be blessed if you trust in Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai. But what's going to happen to you? Want to get Isaiah real quick? Hold that and get Isaiah 31:1. Right? What about those that trust in what He brings out, man? And chiefly, like, you know, the top ruling kingdom on this earth that everyone's following after, right? Babylon the Great, which is also like the spiritual Egypt, which is why we're going to bring this out, Isaiah 31:1.
Isaiah 31:1. Woe, meaning death and destruction. Woe to them that go down to Egypt for help.
Right, Egypt again, spiritual Egypt, this is what we're referring to, right? Because America keeps the same practices of Egypt. So the one of them will go down to Egypt for help, go on.
And stay on horses.
Yep.
And trust in chariots.
Yep.
Because they are many.
Right, it's because they're many, because they outnumber us, right? Right? They outnumber us. They are, especially like when they've got their swords in them, like they really like come in with aggression too when they outnumber us sometimes, man. And they trust in that. They trust in their chariot. They trust in their vessels of war. You know, like Brother Mashal was, we were talking in the car We're talking about like when someone has a car, man. Oof, like like I say in the video, I don't trust these cars, man. I don't trust these cars, man. Somebody wants to just kill you because you just don't like niggers. He'll fucking do it, man. He'll go up there and he'll run your ass up and he'll feel like he can get away with it. And in this society, all right, if the law allows it to go on as the society is, he probably will, man. Yeah.
Woe to them that go down to Egypt for help and stay on horses and trust in chariots, because they are many, and in horsemen, because they are very strong. But they look not unto the Holy One of Israel, neither seek the Lord Yahweh.
There you go. Look not unto the Holy One of Yasharallah. True power, man. The true power that can really deliver you.
That's right.
Anything and everything. Though I mean, Yahweh Hashem Yahushai can do anything. Absolutely anything. How could you trust anybody else, man? Because he will tell you can do anything. You can do so much. You ain't got shit going on for him, man. You're trusting in him. You're trusting in bullshit, man. You're trusting with a gun and with no bullets.
Exactly.
You know?
You trust in the man of sin, you know, who is the sword, and the Most High created, you know, So why not fear the one who can create, you know?
Yeah. Right. Right. Exactly, man. Because they don't have understanding like that. They can't correlate. They don't put the pieces together, man. They don't actually see like the bigger picture of anything. They don't even see, like, most people, man. They don't fucking even see a little bit of the picture of what's going on right now.
It's completely oblivious.
Yeah, man. Completely blinded, man. Blindsided in a rust. Like, they don't actually know little bit of how bad things are right now because they're focused on bullcrap. Literally bullcrap. They're focused on Instagram, Twitter, saying all these tweets. Oh my gosh, did you hear what Becky did last night? Like, do you know what I mean? That's what they're worried about. Fucking idiots. They're not worried about the judgment coming to them, and mainly because they don't even think they're gonna get judged, man. That's how prideful these fuckers are, man. It's predominantly these damn fucking Edomites. But then, of course, you've got the other nations too. They're proud as fuck, man. All right, and our people, oh, to hell with that, man. I fucking can't stand Jake, man. Fuck you niggas, man. I fucking cannot stand you. You've got a lot to learn. Put it that way. You're about as simple as they get. All right, and you Eves, man. You heavily influenced into the system, man. You trust in Egypt, and you heavily promote Egypt, man. That's why you're considered a man. What is talking about? The word does say in Ecclesiasticus 12:10, never trust thine enemy. Then we got Micah 7:10. Okay. Micah 7 and verse 10. It says, then she that is mine enemy shall see it, and shame shall cover her, which said unto me, where is Yahweh thy power? Mine eyes shall behold her, sorry. Now shall she be trodden down as the mire of the streets. And this she that is like mine enemy is referring to Eve, man. Alright? So-called black woman. The Israelite woman is a big time enemy of us, man. Alright? And what is she going to say? She said, where's your Yahweh? Where's your God? Huh? Look at all this going on right now. Where's your God, man? Of course I'm finna take the max. Of course I'm finna do all this and that he tells me to do. That's what they're like, man. Right? They you know, like Apostle I was bringing out, the reason why Eve fucking can't stand Jake is because we're not on the seat of power right now. We're not on the power seat. Right? We don't have power like that. We haven't got military might. We ain't got all these flashy shit and like all this land. We don't inherit, we currently don't have the fatness of the earth currently. Right? So then she's gonna jump on him, man. Right? She's gonna jump on him instead. Because again, that's what these women are like, man. They're our enemies, man.
This is Proverbs 13:13. Whoso despiseth the word shall be destroyed.
Destroy. That's what's coming. Right? You're gonna get fucking destroyed. Keep going.
But he that feareth the commandment shall be rewarded.
Oui. And it's gonna be an unbelievable reward, man. It's a fantastic reward to these people, right? Fantastic fantasy, you know, like it's gonna be far beyond they're gonna look for. It seems like a fantasy, like it says in Wisdom of Solomon 5. I'm gonna bring that out real quick. Wisdom of Solomon 5, back short before we move on. No, and I'll go back to Psalm 34. Right, because the word fantastic goes into things like ik as a suffix. Excuse me, it goes into like pertaining to, right? So pertaining to what? Fantasy. They ain't looking for this, right? But the hope for the elect, and that's, you know, we claim to be the hope for the elect, and know when we are the elect, and we're looking for these things, man. We're looking for the chariots to deliver us. We're looking for our people to basically try it heavy in time of troubles, to be purified and be like, you know, fuck this world, man. It's all about this truth, man. This is exactly what we wanted. It's exactly what to get the fuck out. It's exactly what we need, man. exactly what we need to like. This is exactly what we need to get the fuck out. I believe I didn't say it. I didn't even say it right, or didn't even know what I was gonna say there. I just sort of messed up there. But you get what I'm saying. We're gonna basically rejoice over everything because we're gonna know what it's all about. We're gonna know what the end of all this is, the kingdom. So this has to happen for prophecy's sake, man. Go ahead.
So Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 5,
Verse 1.
verse 1. Then shall the righteous man stand in great boldness before the face of such as have afflicted him,
Great boldness, right? Stood bold as a lion, man. Keep going.
and made no account of his labors.
Yep. No account of your labors, man. All the times that you've put us through all this misery, man. Keep going.
When they see it, they shall be troubled with terrible fear, and shall be amazed at the strangeness of his salvation.
Right. Strangeness of his salvation. Because keep reading verse 2, man.
So far beyond all that they looked for,
Far beyond all that they look for. Keep going.
and they repenting and groaning for anguish of spirit shall say within themselves,
Right. The
This-
anguish of spirit, right? Keep going.
this was he
Right. This is what they're gonna say. This is he. Keep going.
whom we had sometimes in derision,
Right. Who they had in mockery, man. They were mocking the people who had the truth, who was prophesying the truth. Keep going.
and a proverb
Yep.
of reproach.
Yep. A proverb of reproach going into like I believe reproach, if I'm not mistaken, goes into a form of judgment, right?
I can get it.
Yeah, but Bakashar, real quick on the items, as you say. Sniff once. Sniff again.
And the
Just
word
wipe your nose.
and the word for reproach on Etim online.
I'll just tell you.
Might be a bit more clearer.
Maybe. There you go. It would start to do it at the end. You have to pause
But-
that one.
And it's from the mid 14th century. Reproche, a rebuke, blame, censor, directed against a person,
Yeah.
object of scorn or contempt.
There you go. There you are. Cool. So read that again. Now we know what that word is fully going into. Read that again.
Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 5, verse 3. And they repenting and groaning for anguish of spirit shall say within themselves, this was he whom we had sometimes in derision, and a proverb of reproach.
Right, and the proverb of reproach, of a thing to scorn at, right? Keep going.
We fools accounted his life madness, and his end to be without honor.
Right. Because again, you proverb of reproach, what did that go into again? Going into, oh, you're going to get it? Might as well.
Yeah.
You're going a rebuke, right? A blame. So that you're rebuking them. Like, thing like, how could you guys believe this, believe that, say this, say that? Go to verse 4, Baksha.
Gone. Verse 4. We fools accounted his life madness.
There you go. That's what you're gonna feel like. You're a fucking fool. You counted his life madness. Keep going.
And his end to be without honor.
Yeah, like what's after all this? What's the point? What the fuck is the point? You're gonna get any like reward for this? Not so, not so, man.
Verse 5. How is he numbered among the children of the Most High, and his lot is among the saints? Therefore have we erred from the way of truth, and the light of righteousness
Yep.
hath not shined on us, and the sun of righteousness rose not upon us.
Yep.
That's right. We wearied ourselves in the way of wickedness and destruction. Yea, we have gone through deserts where there lay no way. But as for the way of the Lord, we have not known it.
There you are. See, they don't know the ways of the Lord. They don't actually understand where to go.
And they don't even want to even try to understand either.
Why would they? Why would they, bro? It's their will. This is where they get all the
Exactly.
benefits. This is where they get to love being wicked, man. This is where wickedness thrives, evil thrives. You know, why would I want to be a good old Edomite? Right? You know, and just like when you read in the scriptures regarding like in Second Ezra's, right? There'll be the scourges for amendment, but they ain't gonna amend themselves, basically, to paraphrase it, right? It doesn't. They just ain't gonna do it. It's just not in their nature. The wicked, they ain't gonna just become righteous, right? If they're made crooked, they ain't gonna be made straight. Okay, it's all through the Spirit. Remember, man, we're all vessels. Like, we're terrestrial, but there's celestial things operating. There's spiritual things among us right now. Again, man, you know, the angels encampeth round about them, man. As it reads in Psalm 34, which I'm gonna go back to again. All right. And it says, start verse 8 again. Oh, taste and see that Yahweh is good. Blessed is the man that trusted in him. Oh, fear Yahweh, ye his saints. Who are his saints? The Israelites. For there is no want to them that fear him. Right? No lack. Right? No want of things to those that fear Yahweh B'Hashem Yashai. Even in time of famine, Adon Ratazah, if we're the elect, we're going to eat, man. As it says, Isaiah 65 and 13. That's a miracle in itself, right? In a time where there's global famine, there will be people who will be fed, to be, nourished, man. It says, the young lions do lack and suffer hunger, but they that seek Yahweh B'Hashem Yahushai shall not want any good thing. Come, ye children, hearken unto me, I will teach you the fear of Yahweh. What man is he that desireth life and loveth many days, that he may see good? Keep thy tongue from evil and thy lips from speaking guile, which this devil does heavily. That's what he's all about, man, deceiving the people, using smooth words. Though his words are smoother than butter. Is it right after it says his heart is drawn swords? I'll get it if you want. You want to get that first? As in, do you have some in your there, no?
I've got Philippians.
I got you. Bring it out if you need.
Book of Philippians chapter 3, verse 17. Brethren, be followers together of me, and mark them which walk, so as ye have us for an ensample.
There you go. What did he say as well? He said to follow. Read that again, actually. What did he say?
Brethren, be followers together of me,
Yep.
and mark them which walk so as ye have us for an ensample.
Right. Mark them also, right? Consider those also. And it said follow him, right? Follow Paul. Which means what? Do we follow, if you have a problem with us saying we follow men? Yeah. It's like Paul said to follow him. It's like 1 Corinthians 11 and 1. He says, be followers of me, even as I also am a follower of Hamashayach. Right? So it's like you're following the chain of, like, it's in order, man. Everything done decently in order. But you can't understand clearly, some of you jakes, man. But where we at? Yeah, Psalm 55 and verse 20. It says, 21. The words of his mouth were smoother than butter, but war was in his heart. There you go. His words were softer than oil, yet with their drawn swords. Right. So yeah, there you go. So he's wetting the sword of his mouth, getting prepared to do damage with the words he says, the guile, the trickery. It's like in the garden, man, the serpent. And who would the serpent go to? Eve, man. She that is mine enemy. Psalm 34 and verse 14. Depart from evil and do good. Seek peace and pursue it. Right? And this is the thing, when we're sighing and crying right now because of all the abominations. We don't want to be here, man. We don't want to fucking be here, man. It's like the clip, by James Smith. I hate it here, And he was but I was a Jake that got moved out to land full of Moabites. He must have fucking hated them, man. It was a confusing ass place to be, like, for a Jake to just walk over. That movie's weird, but that clip, man, when I see him like saying that, man, I hate it here, man. I feel that, man. I fucking hate it here. Got some?
This is Ecclesiastes chapter 3 verse 1. To everything there is a season, and a time to every purpose under the heaven. A time to be born, and a time to die. A time to plant, and a time to pluck up that which is planted.
Yep.
A time to kill, and a time to heal. A time to break down, and a time to build up.
Yep.
A time to weep, and a time to laugh. A time to mourn, and a time to dance.
Yep. You, Jake, you know about that too. You fucking dancing everywhere. Stupid hoes shaking the ass everywhere. There's time for that, you fucking idiots.
That's right.
And you might think you're okay doing that in front of the feds now. Just wait. Let's see if you do that. You're an easy target to get raped, man. Fucking idiot. Keep going.
A time to cast away stones, and a time to gather stones together. A time to embrace, and a time to refrain from embracing. A time to get, and a time to lose. A time to keep, and a time to cast away. A time to rend, and a time to sow. A time to keep silence, and a time to speak.
Yeah, hey, time to keep silent and time to speak. It's another thing regarding you women.
That's right. And, it's a prime time for us to speak.
Yeah.
Speak the words of Yahweh B'Hashem Yahushai.
Yeah, man.
Right? Because famine of the word is near upon us indeed.
That's right.
So all that mirth, that mirthy spirit that you're engaging in, it's time to back away from that and seek the Lord right now.
Yeah, man. While you may be found.
Exactly. Call upon him, while he's near.
Yeah, man. If you ain't doing it now, be afraid. Some of you guys, you might claim to believe in this, but what are you doing really about it? How does your walk say so? It's there, man. It's tough to even hear somebody Like when your own people just like fuck, like because again they ain't trying to hear, you know. It's tough to see them like they're claiming they're walking in this, but they ain't really walking in it. It's like, fuck you doing, man? Like you claiming you believe in the Bible, but you're getting these things off and whatnot. It's annoying, man. It's like with Sam, man. It's like you used to go out and teach him a shot. Now it's sad, man. You know we got love for brothers that that know what's up. We need turn around, man. Turn around from all this fucking. Not just you, man. All right, Sam, but brothers who actually believe in this, man. Now's the time to just really get in this scripture, man. All right, diligently search the matter. What is the 100% true? What is the doctrine to follow? What's the body to be a part of? All right, because then it's going to be a very hard thing to deal with when you're sighing and crying, when there isn't a brotherhood who believe in the same thing amongst you, man. All right, you got precept?
And this is a book of Ecclesiasticus, also known as the book of Sirach, chapter 5, verse 15. Be not ignorant of anything in a great matter or a small.
Woo. Beautiful scripture. I forgot which one that was again. What was it? 5 and 15?
5 and 15.
Yeah, cool. I have brother out in the water. Right. This is some. No, go ahead.
So, yeah, and with if you've been living under a rock, I don't know what to tell you, but with what's going on, around the world, especially in the financial, industry, the economy is a nosedive. It's taking a nosedive.
Yeah, man, right? It really is, man.
Setting the setting up, the economy for a crash, and then to get everyone onto that digital, that digital all, and that's going to be, lead to the hour of temptation, where the whole world will be tried indeed.
Yep. And who's really going to make out? Just the elect.
That's right.
Really and truly. There'll be people who survived through it. By the way, just to clarify, hey, there'll even be other nations that won't take the charagma, man. Certain specific people. But there's going to be people that will be taken in chains, of course, by the elect. Don't get it twisted. But when I say make it out, who's really going to be the purified, the wholesome, righteous man that comes out? You already know, man. It's going to be the elect, man. Okay, because you can't even these so-called Christians actually believe that they're going to be strong in that day. They have nothing but effeminate, bugged out spirits on them right now. And yeah, fucking hell, man. Psalm 34 and verse 16. The face of Yahweh is against them that do evil, to cut off the remembrance of them from the earth. And ultimately, he will be taken out of the earth, man. Okay, his sea line will not be here after 1,000 years of slavery, man. Okay. Now it says, the righteous cry, and Yahweh heareth, and delivereth them out of all their troubles. And when troubles come, that's time to pray, man. Time to pray unto Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai. Here's a beautiful one, man. It says, in verse 18, Yahweh is nigh unto them that are of a broken heart, and saveth such as be of a contrite spirit. Contrite means to be grounded in powder, we're just so we're just beaten down, man. You got a precept?
That might be it for now.
I got you. No worries, but yeah, this is Job 18, and verse. Let's go verse 16. His roots shall be dried up beneath, and above all shall his branch be cut off. Right. And this, like when it goes into his sea line once again after 1,000 years, right? He will know his seed won't be out here to for him to then create a large family, right? When it goes into like the tribes, for example, it goes into what like branches. Like the word there is a Shabbat, which goes into a tribe as well, like a branch. Okay, and it says where is it? Yeah, his remembrance shall perish from the earth, and he shall have no name in the street. Okay. Yeah, that was mainly the point. Yeah, verse 21 as well, actually, you might as well read it. Surely such are the dwellings of the wicked, and this is the place of him that knoweth not the Most High. But everything that they store up, this is not going to be worth none. Everything that they've lived for is going to be like literally, it's going to all be vanity. They're gonna see it, man. So all this established shit will be cut off, and they will see it. They will get the judgment. They're gonna be sighing and crying for being a fucking demon, whereas we're gonna be rejoicing because we got to see their fall. We got to see our enemies fall, man. You know how, hey man.
Yeah.
Appreciate. Hey man. Sirach Sirach, also known as the book of Ecclesiasticus, chapter 25, and we're gonna go straight to verse 7, I believe. Yep. It says, "There be 9 things which I have judged in mine heart to be happy, and the 10th I will utter with my tongue. A man that hath joy of his children, and he that liveth to see the fall of his enemy." Fall of his enemy, man. You got scriptures? And who else is it? I remember Eve, you know, when Eve gets her ass down, when E gets his ass down, when the other nations, the fucking stupid Edomites, Moabites, all these fuckers, when they get kicked all the way down to the ground, we're gonna rejoice. We're gonna be happy, man. We're gonna laugh in spirit of rejoice.
Book of Sirach, chapter 4, verse 28. Strive for the truth unto death, and the Lord shall fight for thee. Yeah,
Yeah, man.
that's why it's important, you know, to keep this truth and hold on to it. You
If
know,
the Lord's fighting for you, what are they gonna do, man?
if the Lord be with you, who can be against you?
Here you go. Yeah, man. Are you closing out scriptures?
41.
Ooh, I might as well finish Psalm 34.
Alright.
And then you can bring that up.
Okay.
The water. I'll finish this first. Psalm 34:19 now. Many are the afflictions of the righteous. Let's read that again. Many are the afflictions of the righteous, but Yahweh delivereth him out of them all. He keepeth all his bones, not one of them is broken. Evil shall slay the wicked, and they that hate the righteous shall be desolate. Yahweh redeemeth the soul of his servants, and none of them that trust in him shall be desolate. There you go.
Right.
Desolate going to like be like a desolation goes into like a wilderness, a desert, right? Be like no bearing of fruit, just dried out.
Like the USA.
Yep, that's what's coming. Like this is gonna be a book. This is gonna be the second last because I want to get this one out, man. You know, you said that.
It's a spirit.
Yeah, man. Bring it out. Is it Baruch 4:1? You said, yeah.
Can. Baruch, chapter 4, verse 1. This is the book of the commandments of Yahweh, and the law that endureth forever. All they that keep it shall come to life, but such as leave it shall die.
Yep.
That's right.
There you go. And then when you really truly understand the scriptures, you do have that life in you, you know. But it comes with sorrows, you know. It's one thing to remember. It comes with you sighing and crying for the shit around you. It comes with that grief. It comes with you not necessarily loving your life in this world, like the scriptures instruct you to do. Love not the world, neither things that are in the world. Which really isn't saying exactly that. Love not. Oh well, I'll say this scriptures again. How should I say? You know, those that I guess this ain't the last scripture. Let me get it out. John 12 and 25, I believe. John 12 and verse 25. It says, "He that loveth his life shall lose it, and he that hateth his life in this world shall keep it unto life eternal," which is promised unto only the elect, man. Now, this is Malachi 4:1. This is, "For behold, the day cometh that shall burn as an oven, and all the proud, yea, and all that do wickedly, shall be stubble." Man, all kinds of argument like Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. That's what's coming to our fucking disgusting enemies, man. Now it says, "For behold, the day cometh that shall burn as an oven, and all the proud, yea, and all that do wickedly, shall be stubble. And the day that cometh shall burn them up, saith Yahweh of hosts." Right? This is like an oven, and one of the things that Elder Pastor Howell would bring out is it's not talking about no conventional oven today that takes a while to heat up. It's talking about like a wood fire oven. It's super hot. You put it in there, you gotta flip it, the bread quickly, you do all that. That's what's coming, man. Serious heat. And again, what's that? Thermonuclear missiles and the lasers from the chariots, man. It says, "It shall be stubble, and the day that cometh shall burn them up, saith Yahweh of hosts, that it shall leave them neither root nor branch." There you go. Right? So other than Ratizah, I know this video is edifying. Just, you know, want to flow in the spirit, get scriptures out to edify any of you brothers and sisters as well. Other than Ratizah, you know, everything in this video is comforting for the times we're in, because again, man, we are going to be sighing and crying in these last days for a time. When we start to see things, we also will go through trials, and we'll also be rejoiceful. We'll be quite a mix of emotions, man. But it's all going to be ultimately worth it. It's all going to be it's all going to be for righteousness' sake. So what else can you, what can you say, man? All right. So once again, other than Ratazah, this video was edifying. We want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Ruach HaKodesh, and double honors to the apostles and elders, a great millstone who rule well and labor in this word and doctrine. Shalom, Barakath, V'ha Bachayad, Ha Gawiyah, Yasharallah. Meaning peace and blessings to the elect of the nation of Israel. Wath Babal.
Shalom.
Shalom.